Milwaukee surprised us twice in one day. Let's find out why. I'm Tim Johnson. You're watching Shop Tool Reviews. Who releases tools in the middle of summer? Well, at the end of summer. Milwaukee does, that's who, and seems like they never stop introducing new tools to us. So we were surprised this morning to get two emails. One of the brand new, which we'd heard some hints of this and seen some secret shots of the tool. Anyway, a brand new Underbody Light. So this is made for whether you're working under a lift or whether you're working under vehicles, things like that, magnetic base, swiveling arm. Anyway, just a really cool looking light. It's kind of going to be the brother of the Milwaukee Underhood light. So mechanics should love this tool. We'll take a deeper look here in just a moment. And the other thing they surprised us with is expanding their mechanics hand tool set, specifically in the square socket arena. They're chrome sockets basically that you can get in the different size kits. Whether you get in the pack out or whether you get in just their standard kits, you can do so in both. But anyway, they've expanded on the bottom side and the top side of all three of their sizes. Their 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch drive sizes in both shallow well and deep well. We'll cover those specifically in just one moment. Let's get back to the Underbody Light. Now this is really cool. I don't know of any other light out there like it. Now here's where I see this, is that several years ago mechanics were a little apprehensive of jumping into the Milwaukee line of tools, because what mechanics want to see, really, I should say in any trade, what you want to see is kind of an expanse line. In other words, that you're not going to be stuck into buying into a new line of tools and then things be left out. Well, Milwaukee realizes that. Well, it seems like they realize it because they keep expanding in different areas for the mechanic, specifically in lighting. And lighting in general is great because everybody needs lights to work, whether you're in a dark room or whether you're working out in the dark. To have a light to help you can really mean, make or break of whether or not you're successful in getting your job done. And then seeing lights that have gone from just being a typical drop cord light that you use in every single trade to now seeing lights that are specific to a lot of trades and some that are crossover as well. But like the Underhood light, like the Underbody light, we love to see that. This is very specific to this trade of the mechanics and really in any of the trades. We'll still use our general lights that'll cross over, but Milwaukee's done a great job of expanding their LED lights, period, especially with their True View lighting, where you're getting a true color in the light as well as getting good runtime as well as brightness and all of those things. But I really like to see the True View lighting because you're not seeing a different color than when you roll the car out into the sunlight, or whether you're working on something and don't realize that your color is way off, or whether you're painting or detailing or what have you. Anyway, let's roll the video of the Underbody Light because we don't have it in our hands yet, so we'll show you the video and then we'll come back, talk about the sockets, and wrap all this up.
Milwaukee introduces the M12 Underbody Light, a solution to automotive lighting problems that has unmatched maneuverability and hands-free lighting that adapts, performs, and survives. Perform the job at hand with 1,200 lumens of True View high-definition output that provides full under-vehicle coverage and runs for over 5 hours on high and 15 hours on low with the M12 Red Lithium XC 4.0 battery. Adapt to the job with a magnetic base surface to attach to the lift or metal frame and a dual-jointed rotating arm that swivels 300 degrees horizontally and up to 180 degrees vertically for unmatched maneuverability and hands-free lighting. The M12 Underbody Light includes a 12-inch magnetic storage tray for holding loose nuts, bolts, and small tools. This durable light is built to survive the job. It is corrosion resistant to common chemicals found in the auto shop, plus has a drop rating of 6 feet and an IP54 rating. The M12 Underbody Light provides full coverage, all-day runtime, and the most adjustable lighting solution for your job.
No doubt a really cool light. So nothing I've seen before like it across any platform, really. The fact that they integrated the magnetic base in there to hold little tools or little bolts and fasteners and washers, that's really a great idea. So now you're not having to have your magnetic dish and a light. you have that underbody light should take care of it. Also, the fact that you could mount this on a frame or magnetize it to a frame and be up under a car, or magnetize it to the arms of your lift if you've got it on a lift. Or we see that in a lot of the diesel work there in that video, where there's magnetizing it to a frame and aiming that light wherever they need it. So love the rotation in the head, love the flexibility in the head, the flexibility in the arm. I really think that's going to be a great light. And runtime, 5 hours on high, that's awesome. So 2 4-amp-hour batteries should be able to get you through the day and throw them on charge, be ready for the next day. Or if you can run it on low, then it's easily going to get you through a day with one battery. So now let's talk about the sockets. And again, we're talking about specifically their chrome sockets, or their 4 flat-sided square sockets, if you will. Which, by the way, let me touch on something. A lot of people look at these and think that it's wider across this diagonal here than it is on the circumference here, or on the diameter across the circle. And that's not the case, because people thought, well, there's no way if the socket's tight and getting in here that the backside of this is going to be able to reach in there. And it's the same size, guys. So there is no difference in the circumference or the diameter when you're looking at diagonally across the square, or across the circumference or across the diameter of the circle either. So they're not larger on one end than the other. Anyway, so Milwaukee is expanding the sizes here. Specifically in the smaller or 1/4 inch range, they're going all the way down to a 4 millimeter now, which right now it stops at a 5. So now we're going to have a 4 and a 4.5 millimeter, and that's both in the shallow well and the deep well 1/4 inch sockets. Also in the 3/8 drive, right now it stops at 6 millimeter. We're going to be adding the 5 millimeter socket, and we're going to go up as high as a 24 millimeter, where right now we stop at a 19 millimeter. We'll also add a 20 all the way up to 24 millimeters. So we'll go from 5 millimeters all the way up to 24 millimeters, and that is both in the shallow well and the deep well also. And on the 3/8 side, we're going to start at 11/32 now and carry that all the way up to 1 inch. Now, right now we stop at 7/8 of an inch on the deep well. So basically, the deep well is going to get should be getting the 15/16 and the 1 inch. Where right now the shallow well already goes up to 1 inch, so we're extending that deep well all the way up to 1 inch. Then on the 1/2 inch sizes, they're going to add quite a bit. So on the bottom side, right now it goes down to a 1/2 inch. We're going to carry that all the way down to 3/8 of an inch. So you're going to get your 3/8 and your 7/16 as well, and then be able to go up to your 1/2 inch. And then on the top side, instead of stopping at 15/16, that's also going to carry all the way up to 1.5 inches on the 1/2 inch drive sockets. Now that's both in the shallow well and the deep well. Right now I think it goes up to 1.1 inches on the shallow well. That'll continue on up to 1.5 inches as well, and starting at the 3/8 of an inch. Now on the metric side of the 1/2 inch square sockets in the deep well and shallow well, where now we start at 10 millimeter, we're going to start at 8 millimeter. So you'll have 8, 9, and then 10 on up, all the way up to 24 millimeters. Right now we stop at 19 for the deep well. That's going to continue on up to 24 millimeters. And in the shallow well, we already have up to a 24 millimeter. So basically we're extending up to where those shallow wells are already at, and going down to 8 millimeter on both sides. So on the metric, you'll go from 8 millimeters all the way up to 24 millimeters. So a lot of sockets being expanded on the Milwaukee chrome sockets. So glad to see that. Mechanics always want to know that. Are they going to continue to expand what they have in hand tools, not just in creating new stuff and innovating new stuff, but are they going to continue to expand what they have that are going to meet our needs and, you know, quite frankly, meet the request of what a lot of mechanics are asking for. So we're glad to see that happening at Milwaukee. As far as the light goes, the Underbody Light, the model number is the 2126. That's going to be available for $179. And that will be for the bare tool. So for no battery, $179, and it'll have a 5-year warranty. The 2126-21XC will come with one 4-amp-hour XC M12 battery, and it'll come with a charger and the light, and that'll run $259. So that's probably your better deal right there, because you're going to get a charger and the battery. And by the way, that's what the times were spec'd off of. So that 15-hour runtime on low, that's spec'd on the 4.0 XC M12 battery, so that's what you'll get with the kit at $259, and that will be warranted for 5 years as well. Don't have prices on the sockets yet. Not sure if they're going to come in piecemeal. I'm sure you'll be able to buy them that way, but don't know if they'll start extending their sets as well, or if those will just kind of be a la carte, if you will, but don't have prices on that either. But those should be coming in October. The light should be coming in December, so look for it. Also, keep track of us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Have a great day, and keep smiling.